So my camera is about to die, but I have to get going to work, so I'm going to shoot this video super duper quick and hope that I get it all in before my camera dies, because then I have to shoot it tonight, and I just don't want to have to do that. Hey guys, it's Ashley. Today is Wednesday, which means it is time for another Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday was started by Ginger Reads Laney. I will link the Goodreads group down below like always. Today's topic is the top 5 most anticipated pre-orders. I don't really pre-order books, so I'm adjusting it slightly to be my top 5 most anticipated books for the rest of the year that I have not read, because there's some really great books coming out that I've already read thanks to the magic of ARC copies, and I highly recommend them. You've already seen my Everything Everything video. If you haven't, go check it out. Also, Illuminae is so good. There'll be a book talk coming a little bit closer to the release date, but oh my goodness. That book. These aren't in any really particular order. The last 3 I am all super duper excited about. So book number 5 is Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. This is a book based on the podcast with the same title by the same authors. It is a fantastic sci-fi horror type of podcast about this town called Night Vale, where just the most crazy things happen and everybody just kind of accepts that is how things are. It's really funny. I find it more humorous than horrifying, unless you really start to think about it, and then it is kind of scary with all the random things that happen. But I just really am enjoying this podcast. I am about halfway through with the current episodes that are out there, and this book is coming out in, I believe, September? No, it comes out in October, and it's so good. I saw the Welcome to Night Vale panel at BookCon, which is how I got this chapter sampler, and it's so good, and Cecil Baldwin's voice is just as good in person as it is on the podcast. Public announcement: if I am ever in a coma or too sick to read to myself, I want Cecil Baldwin and Benedict Cumberbatch to just come and read to me. You know what? They don't even have to read to me. They could just sit there and talk to each other, and I'll be happy. I'll please make that happen if anything happens to me. That's what I want. The cool thing about this is that it's not told from the perspective of Cecil like the podcast is. If you're not aware of what the podcast is about, it's told from the perspective of Cecil, who is the town's radio announcer. So it's all of him telling the news stories and his own observations of things. But this book is going to go more in depth into some of the other characters, some of the more minor characters that we don't always get to see, like the 5-headed dragon that's the mayor, and the faceless old woman who lives in your house, and all of those things. We get more of it into this book. I'm very excited. Number 4 is Zeros by Scott Westerfeld and Margot Lanigan and Deborah Biancotti. I don't know those two ladies at all, but I know Scott Westerfeld. I love his books. His Ugly series is one of my all-time favorite series. So I was super excited when I showed up at BookCon and learned that he has a new book coming out. This is about a bunch of teenagers, I think, who have superpowers, but they're not really your typical superpowers, and them trying to deal with it. I really don't know too much about this book, honestly, as you can tell. But I am really excited about it because I love Scott Westerfeld's books. I am just really excited to get my hands on this. This comes out probably also in October. Everything comes out in October this year. September 29th, so it's basically October. Next up, number 3 is Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. Jenny Lawson is also known as The Bloggist. She runs a blog called theblogist.com. She is absolutely hilarious. I read her first book, Let's Pretend This Never Happened, in like a day or something. It was just so funny. I have never laughed at a book more than I have laughed at this book. Like, laugh out loud funny. I loaned it to my best friend. She read it while we were on vacation once, and she woke me up with her laughter. This is my type of humor. I just thought it was the funniest book I have ever read. I still to this day. So Furiously Happy is her follow-up book. I am a little more apprehensive because I know that it's not meant to be funny. It's about her struggles with depression and anxiety, and kind of shining some light on mental health issues. But I also know Jenny Lawson, and I know her style, and so I know she's going to throw some humor in there as well. But I'm just so excited. The catch line for this is, be bizarre, be weird, be proud of the uniquely beautiful way that you were broken. I think this whole mental health thing, the depression and anxiety, is so widespread in our world right now that it kind of needs to be brought to light. We kind of need to destroy the stigma that is still surrounding these issues. Same with Jared Padalecki's Always Keep Fighting campaign. I think the two of these things are a great start to opening up people's eyes to the reality of depression and anxiety, and getting rid of some of the stigma and being like, you know what, these are issues, but we can deal with it. We can face them head on and always keep fighting and be furiously happy. So I'm really excited to read this. This comes out September 22nd, so not October. Upcoming release number 2 that I'm most excited about is Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. I read her first book, Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me, and Other Concerns, pretty quickly. I love Mindy. She's one of my favorite celebrities. I just think she's so funny and real and open and honest, and I love it. So I can't wait to see what she has to say in this next book, because I really enjoy her and I relate to her. And she's also a Massachusetts girl, so besties. And book number 1 that I am most excited for this year is You're Never Weird on the Internet Almost by Felicia Day. Felicia Day, I love her. I think she is so cool and geeky. Definitely queen of the geeks right here. I love all of her characters. I love the Guild. I love Geek and Sundry. I'm not a big gamer, so those videos kind of lose me, but the ones where she tries things, the whole video with her doing parkour is my favorite video of anything, and I even told her that when I met her at BookCon. And of course, I've mentioned in my last video, her character Charlie is one of my all-time favorite characters, one of my 2 fictional role models. I just love her. And so her new book comes out next month in August, and I am super duper excited. I guess it's mostly about just kind of her life and going from being a girl in the South and just an average girl and learning to love herself and all of the things she loves, even though it's considered geeky, and using that to kind of build her empire. I don't think she uses the word empire, but I'm using it because it's basically an empire. I love her, so I can't wait. As soon as this book comes out, I'm buying it, because I'm not going to be on a book buying ban then. I planned this so that I can go to the store and buy her book the second it comes out. The second. So tell me, I'd love to know, what books are you most looking forward to the rest of this year? I know there's some really good ones coming out. Obviously, I can't contain all of them, but these are the 5 that I am most excited for. Leave me a note down in the comments. Let me know if you're excited about these or which ones you're excited about so I can go look them up. I hope you've enjoyed this super fast video. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you later. Bye.